I've done repeated top speed tests with using just the throttle only, and pretty much the maximum I hit on a consistent basis is 24.2. 24.2 seems to be the highest you can do level ground. The nice long run, about 23, 24 miles an hour, whether you're pedaling or not. That's what you're gonna get out of it. But let me tell you why this bike is not for you. So some of these will be legit reasons. Some may be a little bit just for fun. But first off, let me say it's been a great bike. I've had this bike for over a year, and I've got 223 miles on it in just over a year. And I like it. It's been good for me. It does what I need it to do, but there are some things about it that may make you not want to get it. And those are, if you're an extreme off-roader, then this bike's not for you. Not at all. I would not classify this as an off-road machine in any way. It's heavy, it shakes and rattles. There's no suspension. I mean, there is a adjustable suspension, but that's pretty much worthless. It does not take bumps well at all. The one time I did take this off-road, I popped the tire. That was probably just a fluke, but the one and only time I took this off the beaten path, I ended up blowing a tire. A stick came in and just speared it and ruined it. I had to get a new tire. It was pretty bad. But yeah, this, if you want to take this thing off-road on trails with rocks and roots and stumps and sticks and branches and mud and go over hills and jumps, and this is not the bike for that at all. Would not recommend this for that. There's other bikes out there. I think the Trek bikes, they have like a mid-engine drive. This is the hub drive. The other couple reasons you would not want to get a Rad Rover. You would not want to get this specific model if you're short, because this bike may not be able to tell just on camera here, but if there's another regular mountain bike sitting next to it, this thing is a freaking beast. It's huge. If you're under 5'4", this bike's not for you. I'm not saying you can't ride it. I'm just saying it won't be easy for you. It won't be comfortable. You'll barely tiptoe, touch the ground. And these are 26-inch wheels with the 4-inch balloon tires on them, so it's tall, very tall. Yeah, if you're 5'4" or less, then get the Rad Mini or the Rad Step Through, the 20-inch wheels. So short people, not for you. I would also say, if you are a person that carries your bike on the roof of your car on a roof rack, this ain't the one for you. This bike, I've got a few extra things on it, okay? The pack and the rear rack and fenders and the chain, the lock. However, as it sits right now, this bike weighs, I think, 85 pounds I weighed it in at. So I don't know how you feel about, military pressing 85 pounds over your head constantly to get this off and on the top of your car, but I would say, if you're planning on carrying it on the roof of your car and moving it up and down on a regular basis, this is probably not the bike for that. It's heavy. It is a Goliath of a bike. I think my other mountain bike, that's just a regular, generic, whatever bike, weighs like 30 pounds. This thing's a bulldozer. If you're a person that is looking for a bike strictly for a workout, I don't think this is a bike for you either. You can get a workout on it, for sure, but I think this is more meant for someone that just wants to cruise around town, cruise on the beach, heck, maybe even cruise to work. But getting, like, if you're dressed in head to toe spandex with a bike helmet and riding gloves and you're getting a workout on a bike, this ain't the one for that. Perfect for me. I just like to cruise around town on it. I think that's what it's best for. If you have a bunch of friends that want to go out for leisurely bike rides, and might be good for that, depending. I mean, it's hard to keep up with this bike if you don't have one of these bikes. The electric makes it so easy to pedal. I put my 67-year-old father on this bike, and then I rode my regular mountain bike next to him, and I couldn't keep up at all. I was completely gassed, and he was having the time of his life on this thing. He loved it. It makes it so much easier to pedal, and that's why I like it. I hate riding a bicycle. They're uncomfortable. You know, your legs are just on fire. You come to a steep hill, if you're out of breath or your legs are burning, you gotta get off it and walk up the hill. You don't have to do any of that with this bike. You can go up any hill, no problem. And that's the great thing about it. If you're out riding around, I ride this for 10 miles, and you know, you barely get a workout, because anytime your legs start burning and you get annoyed, you can just twist the throttle or push the pedal assist up higher. So that's why I love it. It makes biking fun for me. If I didn't have an electric bike, I would never ride a bike. So it is super fun. If you're a person that hates fun, if you hate fun, this bike is not for you. If you hate attention, this bike is not for you, because it gets a lot of attention, man. This baby comes with swivel heads. Everybody you drive past, their heads turn. People try to stop me all the time and ask about it. Everybody wants to know what this is, because you see it coming from a mile away. It's huge. And it looks far different with those tires. The tires are the thing that just makes it jump out at people. And, you know, I have rear view mirrors and other gadgets on it, which make it unique. But yeah, everyone wants to know about it. Everyone wants to talk about it. They want to know how fast it goes. They want to know if they can ride it. They want to know how long the battery takes to charge, how many miles you can drive on it. So if you hate attention, this is not the bike for you. What else? If you're poor, this is not the bike for you. This damn thing costs $1,500. You gotta have disposable income to spend $1,500 on a toy. So if you're hard up for cash, maybe this isn't the bike for you. And I would say, maybe lastly, if you're a city dweller, maybe this isn't the bike for you. You're not gonna be lugging this thing up your stairs to your apartment. You know, you're not gonna have a great time getting this into an elevator. It'd be a pain in the butt for that, for sure. I wouldn't want to leave it locked up outside. It's electric. I wouldn't want to leave it out in the weather. And if you're in the city, I mean, find a spots to park this thing, and then, you know, chain it up, but then you kind of constantly worry about it, you know? If you have another regular mountain bike where it costs you $100 versus this thing, which is costing you $1,500, it's 15 times more expensive. You don't want to leave it in a high visibility place for a long time unattended, you know? Not to mention it, you know, it grabs attention, and there's lots of other stuff here to mess with. I mean, you got, you know, your display and your battery pack. You worry about somebody messing with that. So maybe if you live in a city, maybe not rush to buy it, but the overall review of this bike, man, it's awesome. Glad I got it. Absolutely happy with it. Glad I got it. I would consider getting another one, simply to try another one out and compare, and then also too one for my fiance to ride, because that sucks. Like when we go out for a bike ride, she cannot keep up at all, and this thing's pretty much too big for her to ride. So I've thought about getting another Rad Mini for her to ride, unless there's a cheaper one out there. If you know of a cheaper, like 20-inch fat tire electric bike that's reliable and good, put it in the comments so I can check it out. What else? If you have a need for speed, you want an electric bike because you want like that torquey, you know, this is not an electric motorcycle by any means. It takes a minute to get up to speed, and then your top speed is 23 or 24 miles an hour. So if you are a speed demon and you're looking for an electric bike for that, this is not the bike for you. This is honestly like a leisurely cruising style bike that makes it easy to pedal and fun to ride a bike again. And go out and get a comfy seat like this. I took the stock seat off and put this giant marshmallow pillowed seat on there. It's awesome. But yeah, that's why the Rad is maybe not for you, but it is for me. So let me know what you think in the comments. Let me know about other bikes. Hopefully this was helpful. If you have questions about this bike, because you're thinking about getting it, put a comment in. I'll answer it. I try to answer all of my comments. So that's all for now.